Our mission statement here is to create an atmosphere and environment for everyone to be able to succeed, first of all, as a person. We want players to be more successful in life because they were involved in our program. I want everybody to know that we need a lot of positive energy for everybody to make a difference in how we go about what we try to do to have the best football team in the Southeastern Conference, the best football program in the Southeastern Conference. And I think everybody should take the attitude that we're working to be a champion. I want to win every game we play. I've never gone out to play a game, we've never gone out to play a game where we didn't want to win, and it wasn't important to win, and we didn't focus on winning and put all our energy into winning. But I think it's more important that you're able to take your expectation and bridge them into the process of what it takes to be successful.
Discipline,
effort, commitment, toughness, pride. The process begins here.
I'm Lieutenant Colonel William Donis, Advertising Branch Chief for the Army National Guard. The National Guard is proud to sponsor the high school player development program and to support the coaches who are committed to developing not just great student athletes, but solid citizens. Just like you, our goal is to build the best team possible. All across America, the finest men and women, citizen soldiers, come together as one to protect our communities during natural disasters and to defend our country against its enemies. That's the National Guard.
Hi, I'm Jerry Horowitz. I'm the Director of High School Player Development at the National Football League. I'm here today on the University of Alabama campus, and I'm very excited about the new DVD that University of Alabama is producing. I'm here to thank Coach Saban, his staff, his players, and the administration for putting together such a terrific DVD.
We're extremely excited to be a part of this program because player development is one of the most important things I think we can do in athletics. So for the NFL and the National Guard to participate in helping high school coaches develop young people is probably one of the most important things we can do in any sport. My high school coach had the greatest impact on my life, not because of the football part of it or what we learn in football, but because of the character development, the thoughts, the habits, the priorities that we learned, the choices that we made. And those things all helped us be successful. I think to work on fundamentals that will help young people be able to play our game better because they have a better fundamental foundation to have success, as well as to do it correctly so that player safety and their safety is something that they can do without minimizing their chances of injury, which is going to help them have more fun and enjoy the game more. So we are so excited to be a part of this program to help young people develop as high school football players. Again, Jerry, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the University of Alabama for allowing us to participate in this player development program that the NFL is sponsoring. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Roll Tide.
Thank you.
I'm Scott Cochran, head strength coach at the University of Alabama. We're in year 5 at the University of Alabama. Right now, you are fixing to see us warm up. This is our flex. We do this before every workout and before every practice. So get your mind right! Yeah, 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 yeah! All right, now when we start flex, the first thing that we do is we line up, and every player is lined up by position. The defense is always in front of the offense, but the big thing is that they line up on a yard line, on a number, every 5 yards, and they stay on the straight line. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to stride down, trying to warm up the muscle here. Between the numbers, they're going to butt kick. All right, and the key is to try to stay on the line as you're doing the drill. But between the numbers, we butt kick. They do high knee pumps, driving the knee up between the numbers. The knee up, getting that full flexion in the knee, getting a little work. As soon as they right hand turn, they karaoke. Right hand turn, they karaoke, sinking their hips. At the hash, they flip it. At the far hash, they drive out and stride. From here, they go to their spots on the field where we're going to stretch. All right, then we have hamstring stretch down the middle. Obviously, we're working the hamstrings, trying to get our hands to our toes or on the ground, reaching behind us. The goal is to hold every stretch for 8 seconds. trying to get both hands on that foot. Here the guy's at his ankle. We're trying to get all the way down. 8 seconds is the key so that we can get to it. We're not trying to spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes on the stretch. We're trying to get it and go. Then they jump down, do a modified hurdle. This is the hurdle stretch. Again, the goal is to get both hands on that foot. Again, we'll switch over to the left side to the modified hurdle. Getting both hands on that foot. We're not working flexibility here. What we're working is getting the muscles ready to go full speed. Now we'll do our trunk stretch. Trying to turn and face all the way behind you. Turning your hip. You'll get a couple of little pops in that back. This is also a time where the coaches get to speak to the players to get their mind focused on the task at hand. Then we go to the butt stretch, getting your elbows on the ground. A lot of guys here will get their elbows over their knee. The goal is to get it right over the shin and right over the foot. Obviously, we switch it doing the same stretch. Then we have our butterfly, which is our groin stretch. Here we're pulling in our feet and pushing out with our elbows. From there, we pop up and we do hamstring stretch. The first one we're going to do is straight back. Working at 90 degrees, then we're going out wide. Here we're not going to clap because we want to use our hands to make sure we're pushing back. You have to communicate with your partner here. If you're not communicating with them, then you don't know how far you can push them back. Some guys like it straight leg stretch. Some guys like to have a little bit of bend. This one's knee to your chest. Again, we're working the hamstring and butt here. Pushing back. A lot of guys like different things. We're trying to do it. 8 seconds of stretch. Get the most out of that time that you can. It's always good to try to grab that left leg when you're pushing, the right leg when you're pushing the left leg back, or vice versa. See here, this guy's leg is to the side. He's not getting as good of a stretch as he can possibly get. So he needs to be coached up on how to stretch the guys to make sure their foot, and again, we're going out wide, then we're going knee to chest. And we'll do the side-on squat. Ready, stretch. They get on down. Their heels need to be down on the ground. And need to try to push out with their elbows. Our side-on squat is our last stretch. The next thing we do are up-downs. And here, hitting, coming back up. Lock their fingers behind their head, counting on the way down. After 5, they roll over, they got push-up. We always do push-ups with fingertips or knuckles, head up, eyes up, perfect push-up. Get 5 reps on command, calling out the numbers as we go. We're doing 5. You're on your feet buzzing them, break down in a football position.
All right, here this is going to be part of our 3 starts we do before every practice. One of the 3 starts we do is pursuit, which you'll see here. We also do bags, and we also do a turnover circuit. This is pursuit drill. We're trying to work on pursuit. We want to turn the ball carrier back inside, pursue it down the line, not chasing the same color jersey and tag off on the ball carrier. You'll see another example of it. We have a force player who's going to turn the ball back inside, and everybody else is down again, not chasing the same color jersey and tagging off. Now the secondary goes with pursuit. We've got a force player, and then we've got 10 other players coming inside out the ball carrier, running through the tackle. One more picture of it here. Again, it's a wide path. We want the runner to go outside the cone. Force player turns it back inside. Everybody else is inside out. This is perfect pass. We're going to drop back, throw a pass. We want the entire defense to cover down, block high and in front, and the ball carrier wants to come down the numbers, and we break everybody down on the coach. Same thing, opposite side, high point the ball, block high and in front, not below the waist. I want everybody to cover down and get to the coach. Again, this is pursuit and perfect pass. Next day we'll do bags. Bags drills is just another form of our starts. We're running through the bags here, getting 1 in each hole. We coach the players not to false step. At the beginning we want them to fire off their front foot. They're running through the bags. and running through the cone. We divide the players up into defensive line, linebackers, and secondary, and they're running 5 yards past the last bag and through the cone just to get warmed up for the day. It's part of our starts. After we go straight through, over and back, we'll then come back and do what we call near leg, meaning the nearest leg to the bag will go in first and do 2 in each hole. Near leg, near leg, near leg, near leg, all the way across. There's actually 1 in each hole. And they got to sprint to the finish. And after we go over and back on this one, doing near leg, we'll come back doing far leg. They're going to take their furthest leg from the bag and do it across. Far leg, all the way across, trying to keep their shoulders square. A lot of these guys don't have their shoulders square, but we're trying to get far leg across the top of the bags and finish through just to get warmed up. It's an agility drill for each practice. So we usually do near leg, far leg, and running through the bags. Next drill we use on some days is a turnover circuit. You'll see here we have 4 different stations. This is angle tackle with a caused fumble. So the second guy approaching the ball carrier is going to rip it out. The first guy, we want to get a near leg, near shoulder tackle. The second guy there is ripping it out, trying to coach the second guy to the ball to strip it out. And this is obviously the D-line group. Strip it out, recover the fumble, scoop and score. One of our stations of our 4 stations for the turnover circuit. This is defensive backs doing it. Again, near leg, near shoulder, tackle, rip the ball out. Now, this is any position guy blitzing or a free shot on the quarterback. We want to cause the fumble. We're simulating raking the quarterback's arms. We get the sack. We got a cause fumble, and we want to scoop and score off the fumble, coming from the backside of the quarterback. Defensive ends are wider, defensive backs are wider, and the defensive tackles can be tighter. And this is stick tackle, and we're going to cause a fumble at the end of it. We're working on sticking, driving, rolling our hips, near leg, near shoulder, and on your third rep, we want to hit the ball and cause a fumble. Stripping the ball out here, scoop and score. Roll your hips, strip the ball out, get the ball on the ground. Good demonstration here, near leg, near shoulder. Near leg, near shoulder. And the third one, we want to put our face mask on the ball and rip the ball out. Near leg, near shoulder. Near leg, near shoulder. And the third one, get the ball out and rip it out, scoop and score. Then our last station here is a rabbit drill, where we're chasing the rabbit with the ball, working on ripping the ball out. The third guy is scooping and scoring as he goes across. We want to work on rake drill, where we rake the ball out, chop drill, where we overtop chop, and then also stripping the ball out from the side. This is a chase position where we're not allowed to horse collar tackle them, but we want to get them on the hip, get hands on the ball, and strip the ball out and have the third guy scoop and score.
Hello, my name's Jeremy Pruitt. I coach the defensive backs here at the University of Alabama. This is my 2nd year to coach the defensive backs. It's my 15th year in coaching. Here at Alabama, we emphasize daily footwork, ball skills, and block protection. There's 3 elements to defensive back play: being able to play man-to-man, being a good tackler, and playing the ball in a deep part of the field. At Alabama, we emphasize these drills every day. The fundamentals that we've had have developed guys like Rashad Johnson, Javier Arenas, Kareem Jackson. So let's now take a look at these drills. Each day we do footwork drills, and the first one that we do on Mondays and Wednesdays is what we call one line. It's going to consist of back pedal, weave, 3 burst, fishtail, 3 stick and drive, and then 5-yard stick and drive. The first one is back pedal. And you can see we started on the end line, and we're going to work from there to the hash. We want to keep our nose over our toes. We want to bend at our ankles, knees, and hips. All right, keeping our feet close together. We're going to skim the grass with good body lean. The next one coming back is weave. We're going to stay square. You notice the second guy, he was much square. Okay, you're going to go from line to line. You should go 3 times. Okay, you're going to stem to the line to his left, stem to the line to his right, back to his left. The purpose of this drill is for when we get wide receivers that are stemming us and off coverage, we want to stay square and be able to recognize the route. The next one will be 3 bursts. These guys are only doing it with 2 bursts. It should be 3. The reason for the drill is I'm in a back pedal. Alright, the guy opens up. There comes a point in time when he breaks down my cushion. What we like to tell the guys is it's within 3 yards. Sometimes you gotta vary it on my speed versus his speed. But the transition of the deal is I should stay on the line. You see where his head's at. Alright, when he transitions, opens his hips, stays on the line. He should not pop up and stay the same body angle the whole time. The next drill is what we call fishtail. Alright, you want to plant and drive and accelerate over your lead foot. Okay, the coaching points to this drill. This is going, I'm backpedaling, I'm going to a half, I'm going to a middle of the field. Okay, I'm opening my hips, running to the post. Okay, as I'm backpedaling, I want to gain ground on my lead foot. Okay, I do not want to step under myself. And we finish with a back pedal. Now, stick drive. We want to keep our feet under our shoulder pads. Okay, nose over toes. Alright, we want to stick it, accelerate, keep our knee over our toe, accelerate over our lead foot. We come back, we do it 2 times. Alright, see this one? Boom. Alright, it's got his weight back. You know, you don't want your weight back. You want to stick and drive. If I'm going to the left, I want to plant with my right foot. If I'm going to the right, I want to plant with my left foot. The next drill we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays, what we call 2-line. The lines will be 10 yards apart. They've got them shortened it down here. Alright, it's 4-way shuffle. Okay, we'll backpedal. Okay, we'll shuffle to the right, shuffle to the left. It's a reaction drill. Everything's based off command by the coach. Alright, so we're going to shuffle right, shuffle left, backpedal, and then drive, and we want to incorporate a ball, and either you can roll it on the ground, make them scoop it up and fumble, or you can throw it and make them high point the football. Next drill. Okay, we're just going to take the 4-way shuffle 1 step further. Now, instead of shuffling, we're going to open our hips and run. Once again, it's a reaction drill based on the coach. Take a ball, point to your right, point to your left, let them open their hips, then backpedal them, then once again, finish with a ball. Now we're going to drive the out. Okay, the whole deal in this drill, we got a good stance. Okay, our corners always have their outside foot up. Our safeties have their inside foot up. Alright, now you'll see our guys, they will scooch. Okay, we scooch what we call 3-step. Okay, once we clear the 3-step, we get into our back pedal. Then now they're going to drive the out. Boom. Finish with a ball. Alright, so now we're incorporating the 1-line. Some of the 1-line drills, okay, with a stick drive, and finishing with a ball. Now we're going to drive the out. Got a good scooch, open our hips. One thing he does, he pops up high there. You want to stay down in your transition. The next drill, okay, will be a speed turn. Boom. You got to drop your weight at the top. It's better on this transition. Drop your weight at the top, get your eyes around. Out and up, okay. You get the out and up, we want to drive the out. Much better there. Notice how he rolled over. Okay? One thing about it, you do not want your angle to be too steep. Okay? You're driving his near hip, he turns it up, you want to roll over and run. Hit and shed. 2 butts, near leg, near shoulder. Want to jump ball through the guy. Lock him out, boom, lock him out, bam. Club him up. Eyes up, chest up, club him up. Notice everything is near leg, near shoulder. Stick tackle. Near leg, near shoulder. If I'm going to my right, I should plant with my left foot. Wrong plant there. It's good tackle. Near leg, near shoulder. Jump through it. Angle tackle. Near leg. Flat step. Eyes across. Near leg. Open field tackle. Got to open my hips. Eyes across, go near leg, near shoulder. Good job opening his hips. Scallop down. Sideline tackle. Back hip him. Open my hips. Tempo him. Near leg, near shoulder. Now each day we're going to do some kind of block protection. Okay? First one is mirror butt. You want the guys at least 1 yard apart. Okay? You want to step, step. Step, step. Punch to lockout. Everybody rotates to the right. Step, step. You don't want your feet any wider than your shoulders. And you want to lock them out. Stay off your toes. Shuffle butt and cut. 2 butts and a cut. Got to get my hips down, my outside leg, outside foot back. Lock them out, punch to lockout, sink my hips. I got to stop his momentum. Man to man, kick slide. Post to foot, kick slide, step, step, offhand jam, playing the ball in the deep part of the field. Middle of the field. Notice we scooch, read and run pass. Find the middle of the field, fishtail. Driving on a 45.
Hi, I'm Coach Sal Sinceri, University of Alabama. I work with the outside linebackers here for the last 3 years. Prior to that, I was with the Carolina Panthers. Some of the drills that you're going to see us demonstrate will be both seen as University of Alabama's drills and the Carolina Panthers. I hope you enjoy watching. Over here is bag drills. What this does is help develop your feet and change direction, keeping your body square, and then you're going to accelerate onto your target. You like to see these guys stay shuffle, staying nice and square, fast feet, small choppy steps, and explode up through the bag. Once again, we're going to swat, we're going to hook, we're going to try to clear our hips. You always have a starting point, then you always have a finishing point. Now what we're going to do is bring you over the bags right here, and we're going to send you a direction. We're either going to send you left or we're going to send you right. We want to see you stick your foot in the ground and break 90 degrees. Go chase the ball. Here's number 25. Boom. That's a Rolando McClain going through there and shooting out. Next one is now you're going to react fast. Here we go. Sharp, choppy steps. Okay. You don't want to round that off. You want to sink your body weight, sink your hips, open your hip, and then drive. Now we're going to work laterally across the bags, keeping your feet up, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and then we're going to stick our foot down and we're going to drive at a 45 to a cone. So if you're working the line of scrimmage and the guy wants to cut back, you got to stick your foot in the ground and bring it on back. You can see what we do as soon as that foot hits the outside part of the bag. We're going to stick that thing in the ground, no false step, and bring it right up through the cone. Okay, this is a change of direction drill with a fumble pickup. Ball's loose on the ground. You have to react to it, scoop and score. The next drill we're going to have is a 3-man butt. Now this drill right here, is taught you're going to react to a guy stepping at you. So as we go into the clips here and we start watching, number 41 right here is going to go strike and go near hands, near leg, and hands and shoulders, and we're going to knock the guy back. The next drill that we're going to look at right here is hit and shed. The whole purpose of this drill is to strike your opponent, get off of a blocker, and go make a play. Boom. This is known as what we call our hunker punch drill. We're sitting there playing in a hole, striking a guy in his flat chest, and then going to go accelerate. Right now, the way this drill's being done here, he ought to go right leg, right shoulder. Once again, punch, punch, go get. Cut drill, probably the most important drill in college football because people are going to throw at our legs. We put 3 men down on all fours. As you scrape across, you slightly put your front foot back, shoot your hand to the top of their pads, and not let them get to your legs. 41 does a pretty decent job here. We'll go right foot, then we'll go left leg. Boom. Really don't want to patty cake as much as we want to shoot our hands out.
Hello, I'm Kirby Smart, inside linebackers coach here at University of Alabama and defensive coordinator. Been coaching here 5 years and been coaching football. Got 13 years experience coaching on the defensive side of the ball. We're going to show you here today, in the following tape, some of the drills we do that helped us been successful at Alabama.
The next drill that we're going to go to is the base reach cutoff. And you can see I have everybody doing the same thing. This drill is not meant to trick anybody. Everybody's going to play a reach block. Everybody's going to play a base block, and I tell them it's a base. Hands, strike, roll your hands out, cause separation. Eric does a good job right here of locking out. Stick tackle drill. It's a small area drill that we like to do. We put 3 people up, okay? We come back. We're going to back pedal. We're going to go strike our opponent with our near leg, near shoulder. This ought to be with your left because you're working to your right. Give it a little ground, short choppy steps, come up and explode, arms up through. Like to see him get off the ball a little bit more and really stick his feet in the ground and drive through his opponent. This is a little drill that we do as a sideline tackle drill. We open you up at a 45, bring you down, and go near leg, near shoulder. As you watch this, you see his right leg and his right shoulder. You have power, you have explosion, you knock him right out of bounds. Using the sideline to your advantage. The next drill that we're going to go to is goal line tackle drill. This drill is done in a small area. And in this small area, we're going to have them put your heels on the goal line, and the guy's going to run straight ahead, and we're going to move our feet, drive our legs, and knock him back. The purpose of this drill is, number one, is to have short area contact with explosion and running your feet. Now I put the ball in there so he doesn't lunge. And then once that happens, we react to the ball being tossed, move your feet, knock the guy back, still driving your feet, not letting him cross the goal line. This is known as the goal line spin drill. Okay, it's a great job for tackling because if you watch number 41 right here, as he strikes and he's moving his legs, he doesn't bring his hips back once the guy spins, and that guy can break the tackle. You can see him lunging and almost falling off. What you really want to do is bring your feet back with you. So here we go, butt him up. Now you see his hips come back, now you keep knocking him back. This is the react and shuffle drill. All we're trying to do is have these guys react and shuffle into a short area, quick steps, keeping their shoulders square, keeping their feet balanced, boom, pushing, nobody crossing over. Because when your shoulders are square and you're reacting, you have a chance. Angle drops, okay? I'd like to see this guy here open himself, take a peek at where he's going as he's dropping. He has eyes totally on the quarterback, which you really don't want. You want to shuffle, open yourself up at a 45, peek at your target that you want to hit, get your eyes back on the quarterback. Boom, not bad. Reacting to 45. Gives you a chance to see a guy open his hips and flip his hips and get an evaluation on whether or not he can stick his foot in the ground and turn his hips and get out of there. It's a short area drill. It doesn't take a whole heck of a lot of time, but you got to moving fast. Today, and the drill we're going to start out with is the ropes. As you can see these guys going through the ropes there, you have fast feet, fat hands, and they're knocking down hands and flipping their hips through. The whole purpose of this drill is so you're moving your feet, your hands, and you're seeing a target and you're swatting it, keeping body control and climbing up to the quarterback.
Chris Rump, University of Alabama, defensive line coach. First year here at the university, 14 years of experience. Here are some of the drills that we use every day here at the University of Alabama to help develop our players into dominant pass rushers, dominant football players, dominant run stoppers. Now let's take a look at them. First drill, get-offs. Now right here, guys, is a drill that we do every day just to start practice off. It's not really a butt-chewing deal. It's just we're just working, coming out our stance and getting off on the ball. As defensive linemen, we don't go off a sound, we go off a ball. And you can see right here the guys trying to come out the hips and what they're actually doing with their hands. They're overemphasizing shooting their hands in the sternum of an offensive lineman. And we'll do a couple of these here just to get warmed up, nothing to try to tax the guys, just trying to get them going. Now we'll go into the get off of a pass rush, and now we just want to gain ground and just try to get up the field and get in our rush lanes. And once again, it's nothing to gas these guys. It's just something just to get them going, get them getting off the ball. During the season, we would like to use a shoot where we will actually work on pad level, or we also put a pop-up in front of them to make sure that they're punching and being violent with their hands. Now the next drill is the shuffle break retrace. This basically is a drill we're just working here. What we're actually working is the reach block. And here at the University of Alabama, we don't want to play on the outside of the grass. We want to play in the next guy's yard. And you'll see right there what we're doing. The next drill is 6-point explosion. Now we're just coming on all fours in our hands. And we try to be as quick as we can to get our hands up on the opponent. And you can see right here, our hips are back on our toes, on our heels, and we're just going to come out our hips. Now right here, we're just getting our hands up as fast as we can. And now we're going to put it all together where we're actually coming out our hips and exploding. And you can see right here, these guys are really throwing their hips and coming out their hips. The next one will be a 3-point explosion from the 6-point explosion. You can do these drills in any progression that you like. This is just how we're running it right here. Now we're 3-point explosion. Same thing as we did before. Now we're just in a 3-point. Not really taking any steps, just coming out our hips. And again, leading with our hand and trying to be violent and getting off of a block. Right here you can see the guys are doing a great job. Now right here, now we're not actually trying to take the pad up. We're just practicing hands and hips, coming out our hips right now, being explosive and being as violent as possible. And you can see these guys are doing a good job of coming out the hips, not taking any steps. And that's how we play. We're coming out our hips, we're being violent with our hands, and we have a saying, lead with your hand, your feet will follow. The next drill is the release drill, shrug. Now we're just working on a release. Now we punch the guy. Now either we're going into a pass rush mode or we're going into a run stopping mode. The next drill is reach from defeated. And again, we're going to play on their grass. Now we're just working to putting it all together. We're working a reach drill, now getting off and making a tackle. The next drill is pull slide. And right here you can see we're grabbing that bicep. We're going to get our hips around. We're going to clear through. And we're going to punch through here with our left arm. And you can see right here we're working the drill right here. We want to grab that bicep, clear our hips, and punch through. Punch through. This is a good pass technique. Now the next technique will be rip. Rip technique is what we'll use on the pass. And as you can see, we're really trying to overemphasize the rip. We're going to get the pull, and there you can see overemphasize the rip. Overemphasize the rip. Now the next technique, thinking about pass rushing, now is the bull rush. We'll use the bull rush when we feel like the offensive lineman is light on his heels. We'll come, boom, and we'll take our screws and put it under his chin, in the V of his neck. And we want to be violent on this. So we're leading with our hat and hands. Stick our foot in the ground and come in bull. The next one is the club. We use the club technique when the guys jump us, or what we say get on top of us. We'll take them up the field and then we'll club them by and come underneath. The coaching point on this club is when you do it, you got to be violent. The next drill is called the gauntlet. And now we're just working the pop-ups and being violent on the end, just working our hips. All right, coach will point on this here, and you like to see those guys to be a little bit more violent with their hands. But this, like I said, this is just a drill tape, so we're just in a teaching mode. But as you go along, you can teach your guys to be more violent. Now we're just double moving, boom, boom, same thing, same emphasis. Now you can't be as violent on the first one, but on the second club, you like to be violent. And you can see good for the hips, good for the hands, good quarterback, get them down. You can see this guy right here is doing a good job. You always want to have a start and finish point, and that's our finishing point, that quarterback. Now we're doing the same thing now, boom, plant, sticking our outside foot in the ground, and again, we're going to finish on the quarterback. Plant, boom, and be violent, be violent, be violent, be violent, stick your foot in the ground, come across, and again, I overemphasize start and finish. Make sure the guys are finishing.
The next drill that we're going to right here is known as backs on backers. And what this does, you take your tight ends and your running backs, and you take your outside linebackers and inside linebackers, and we always have two safeties here. It's a good drill to get a bunch of different looks, a lot of different pickups. You can run some zone coverages here. You can run some fire zone coverages. We like basically play single high with this and let the quarterback identify the blitz, get rid of the ball, throw his hots. So now you're getting pickups and people playing the proper leverage and the quarterback knowing where he needs to deliver the ball. It's a very good drill for as far as pickups and identification of coverages.
After our individual period each day, we'll do some form of half-line pass. This is to introduce whatever install we have for that day. We have a strong side route and a weak side route, which is why we call it half-line pass. One side is up first, and then the other side goes, the weak side of the formation goes, and we pattern match on defense, and we're trying to match the patterns that the offense runs. After each side goes, we change the formation and repeat a different play.
The next drill that we're going to is we're putting together, we did some individual drills, now we're doing part whole, okay? So we're taking part of the defense and we're working the strong side of the formation, and we get a chance to work different blocking schemes. We have our nose, our end, our outside linebackers, and you still need two inside linebackers to run this drill. So now we get a chance to see blocks, but it's a good drill to get big on big, and you can see nobody's on the ground. We're staying up, we're working together, and you're just addressing blocking schemes, which you don't get a chance to look at all the time. But doing this drill gives you a chance that you can work on your strong side running game and your strong side defense,